don't need to click in. You can just click on the three dot, then you press open with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice. Takes time also.
That's true. Okay. Sure, let's start. Let me just.
And remember to work like regular classes.
Of course. Let me just.
Is there any watching the live? Okay, then I watch on
Hi everyone. Priorities. Yeah, I think it's bright enough already. I look the same color of the wall already. Bright enough. It is bright enough. But it's very bright on my eyes. It's very bright on my eyes. Okay. Hi everyone. Waiting for a few more people to join. Where's the waiting for a few more people to join. Alright. And today we'll be going through this O-level discussion, alright? Okay, so I understand that a lot of students are either going through PSLE or O-level, but even if you're just like a year before you're in primary 5 or you are in sec 3, you can still sit and listen, right? So it is definitely, I mean, you're going through the same syllabus, right? And it is always the best time to study when you are not knee deep in the situation, right? In primary 5 and in sec 3, you're still watching your seniors suffer. So frankly, that is, from personal experience, the best time for you to start, right? Referts is here. Hi, Referts. How are you doing today? In this, I think it's very bright outside, but it just looks very gloomy from this our side. Good. Alright, so yeah, so today is a very sunny day, unfortunately. Well, I mean, it's a good thing, but it depends, okay? I dislike overly windy days, overly rainy days, but I also dislike overly sunny days, alright? And I think you guys can roughly tell from my complexion that I do not go out into the sun. Yeah. I dislike going out into the sun. I used to really love it, but I don't know what happened. Okay, we're just waiting for a few more people. Okay. Just waiting for a few more people. Okay. Okay, come on, let's begin, alright? Let me just get my notes out. It's hard rock today at the back, alright? The what class? No, you guys didn't send it to me, so I thought I would just say it as it is. Ooh. Maybe I go through the O-level ones first because I'm already here. Alright. Okay. Referts. Oh my god, Referts. Almost 1K likes already. Thank you so much. Alright. So today we'll be going through environmental stewardship. Alright. So I officially regret taking pure history. Hi, Ozil. Oh no. Pure history? Is the workload very heavy? Okay, I used to be a history student as well in OLS. Not OLS, but the equivalent, right? And I'm not quite sure what he means by pure history, but for me, I took it as a subject. but not pure. Okay, I would not have survived that. 12 full big chapters to study. Well, maybe tell us the chapters. What are the chapters? Do share with us, alright? Do share with us, okay? But in the meantime, okay, describe a local environment initiative you support. We will be talking more about some possible answers that you can give when you see such a question. 2 chapters on Asia. Ooh. Okay, roughly how many pages are big chapters? Cold War. Ooh, that one's painful. Mm-mm. I did Cold War as well. And wars. Ooh. Well, Ozil, I wish you all the best, but I did not like history either. So, did not do that well in history either. So, okay. Subject I did decently well in, however, was business. All right. So, yeah, my priorities were different. All right. But it's okay. At least you know. So when you go into A's, you can or wherever you're gonna go next, you know that maybe you just don't like history, or maybe you just don't like essay-based subjects. You know, then maybe you can like I don't know. You get a rough idea about what you like and don't like, right? That is more valuable than anything else, because these are things that will be lasting you a lifetime, right? You will be building your career, and it is so important that you know what you like, right? Okay, okay, let's begin. Okay, I've given you some time. Okay, giving you guys some time. Okay, does anyone have any answers? So if you guys received a question like this, what would you guys say? You know, maybe your teacher suddenly asks you this question in an O level exam. Okay, what would be your answer? Beach cleanup. All right. Okay, beach cleanup. Beach cleanup. Okay, that's fair. I did a beach cleanup once in school as well, and I would say it was an amazing experience because the fact that it was manual labor really made it more refreshing. Okay, so yes, okay, you can say that you did a beach cleanup. Okay, and then you could say that. Okay, so what would let's break this down. So what, plant trees? Okay, okay. Let me just put this down a bit. Ah, no, 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 no. You guys can see me struggling on the iPad. Okay. Plant trees. Okay. So now when it comes to both of these, the questions you want to ask yourself are, okay, you're gonna want to ask yourself, uh, okay, what you did. Okay, so in terms of actions, okay, so something specific that you did. Okay, you can bring up something that you know left a bit of an impression on you. Maybe when you were planting trees, maybe you were doing a cleanup, you suddenly saw a snake. All right, that is okay. Um, okay, and you can also say what you did. Okay, so maybe specific actions, specific responsibilities that you had. All right, so what were you in charge of? Okay, and of course you have to answer the question. Okay, so ooh, what happened? You have to talk about what is the initiative about. Okay, so I'm just gonna write this one here. Okay, but these questions apply for this as well. Okay, so what you did, responsibilities, what is the initiative about, right? Okay, so these are things that you can write. Okay, what is the initiative about? Okay, and these two questions should frame your answer. All right, but what other examples can we give? All right, so we can also say okay, promoting shareable pre-loved items. Alright, so these are things that I think with a bit of media consumption, relevant media consumption, you will get a bit of a background in this, so you will have a lot more ideas when it comes to this. Okay, I actually read something quite interesting. I actually saw something quite interesting. I feel like this generation is not, including my generation, is not able to, you know, we gain most of our information from reels, from TikToks, right? But yes, recently from one of I think it was Give Asia, I actually found out that there was this term. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called a freegan, freegon or freegan. Essentially, it is a person who believes that things should not be bought. Okay, things should not be bought unless it absolutely has to. It is a person. A freegan describes a person who will take try to go for free items, try to go for pre-loved and reusable items instead of buying things. Okay, until you unless it is things like food, right? Then they will make purchases. But otherwise, even if it's like baby items, even if it's like furniture, even if it's like clothes, they are always going to take it pre-loved from someone else. They are always going to thrift. It is like thrifting, but it's not just when you say, I don't know, personally when you say thrifting to me, oh, what happened? Personally when you say thrifting to me, I think of clothes, right? Let me pull up the official definition of a freegan for you guys. Okay, a freegan is a person who rejects consumerism and seeks to help the environment by reducing waste. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I think it really depends, alright? Okay, because freegans are also people who retrieve and use discarded food and other goods, right? So if you are going, I guess maybe going to a very far extent where it hurts your health to reduce consumerism, then that is a bit extreme. But if you are making conscious choices each day for the sake of the environment and it is benefiting everyone around you, it's not hurting anyone, by all means, it's a good thing. The environment is benefiting from this, right? It is a great thing. Okay, so yeah, definitely those people have great hearts. All right, so yeah, it was about this mother who, she's a new mother, and she has a freaking lifestyle, and what she is doing is that she is um even all her baby items have been thrifted. Right, all her baby items have been thrifted, and she was sharing about how in Singapore baby items are actually very easy to find in terms of, like, thrifting. Okay, they are very reusable and very shareable. Okay, so these are things that you can really pick up from online. Okay, you can put a bit of research in it and then use it as some stock. Okay, stock it in your head, and then maybe if there are any ideas, any questions that pertain to that. But is it sanitary? I think, number one, it depends how the item was disposed. If you're saying that you're picking these things up from a rubbish bin and giving it to your baby, I personally wouldn't do that. But if you're saying you are taking it from uh there's a special organization that has these brilliant loved items that they are putting up for sale, and the money is going to you know a charitable organization, or maybe these items are free, they just want to reduce consumerism, then it might be cleaner and you can clean it when you get back home, right? So these things are okay. But I think, like I said, there's an extent, because like Ozil said, there is that sanitary issue, and babies are known for putting random things in their mouths. Right, so it is very important to be extra careful. Okay, but the point that I'm making is that definitely these informations, these interesting ideas are all things that you can get a hit of with a bit more exposure to related media, or related, whether it's write-ups, whether it's blog posts, whether it's news articles. Right, these things will give you ideas about what to say during your oral exam, right? So definitely it is yeah, there are a lot of benefits to being more exposed to these kind of information. But it was a very interesting concept because I've heard of thrifting. If you guys I don't know if any of you guys like to thrift. I think it's a great idea, right? But yeah, definitely it is free. The idea of free guns were a new idea because personally I don't thrift, right? Because I have a bit of a skin issue, so my skin is extra sensitive to my skin is quite sensitive as well, right? And my family's skin are they're also quite sensitive, so we are also very specific when it comes to the materials of things that we buy, right? But each to their own. Definitely, if you are in a position where you can thrift, thrifting is an amazing thing to do. It is amazing. I have loads of friends who thrift, and I would love to do so with you know, some other things that don't won't give me health issues. All right. So planting trees, promoting shareable pre-loved items. All right. You can also say that you encourage yourself, your friends, encourage friends to adopt greener habits. All right. So these are all things that you can do, right? So it is a great way. Yeah. Okay, so personally, I come from a school who loves to do environmental initiatives, and it also benefits the holistic growth of students, right? Okay, now let's move on to the next page. How do you personally reduce waste daily? Oh, teachers love this question. Teachers love this question. All right, so do you guys have any answers? Please let me know if you guys have any answers. Okay, why is this lagging so badly? Okay, not waste. Define waste. Ooh, that's a good question. Reduce waste. Okay, so firstly, waste can be food. Waste can be plastic. All right. Waste can be. I'll just not put plastic. I'll put materials. All right. Materials. So it can be like packaging, right? So off the top of my head, I can think of some typical ones that teachers might say. All right. So which is number one, you can say not wasting food. Okay, which is take what you need. Take what you need. Okay, so take what you need. Okay, and also what you can do is that you can, this is in terms of food. Okay, in terms of plastic or other materials, you can reuse, reduce, and recycle. All right. Not wasting food. Yes, not wasting food is a great idea. All right, it is a great idea because it is something that can truly you have there are a lot of promotions around it. There are a lot of initiatives around it, so it is a great thing to do. Okay, other ideas that we have. Okay, you can say carry a reusable water bottle or tumbler instead of single use plastic bottles. All right, and then we also have, you know, bring own food containers and cutlery for school. All right, these are all very, very important. All right, and then you can also say use fabric, you recycle, okay, use tote bags instead of plastic bags. All right, so these are all very common ideas that you can use. All right, these are all things that are super valuable. Okay, they can definitely help you to reduce waste daily. Okay, so these are all ideas that you can use if this question ever comes up. Who can save money? Save the earth. Who can save money? Like, don't spend too much. Reuse money. I would love to be able to reuse money. Can you think? Imagine the world. Imagine my world if I could reuse that $10 over and over again. That is an amazing idea. All right, that is an amazing idea. Okay. Okay, so these are great ideas. Okay, so okay, of course there are a lot of other ones. Okay, these are just some ideas that you can start with. These are just some ideas that you can frame your response with, right? Okay, what are some effective ways to conserve water in Singapore? Okay, now this is an interesting one. What might your answers be? Use a cup when brushing teeth, alright? Drink less water. Please don't do that. Reuse the rice water. Okay, rice water is actually a great thing to use on plants. Okay? Okay. Water plants with rice water. Yeah, I'll put water used to wash rice. Okay. Alright. And what else can we write? Okay, off the top when we're not using. Is there one like the washing machine? Ah, yes, there is. Alright, so for the washing machine, you can say that um, turn on the washing machine when the, what do you call that? The load is full, alright? Only use washing machine when it's full. Unplug the washing machine is more for, is a washing machine unpluggable? Yeah, it is. It's only for electricity, you know? This one is about water, right? Off the top when not in use the washing machine when it's full, right? Oh, use a cup when brushing teeth. Right, that's a great one. Use a cup when brushing teeth. I actually don't do this one. Alright, I actually don't do this one. I don't know. It is, so at home we just have this little like can that we like a little box that we put there and we put our toothbrush in there. But then what I do is I was on the tap and I do this. I always do this with my hands. Fill it with water and then like gargle my mouth like this. I don't know if anyone else does that. I see a lot of people doing this, but it doesn't make sense to me because water leaks so easily. So I always do this. Same, right? So I always just use my hands as a cup. Yeah, right. So I guess it also counts as using a cup, right? Okay. What can we say? What else? Let's see. Oh, okay. This one is okay. Collecting rainwater in buckets for use. Okay. All right. By the time I reach out, the water is gone from my. No, you have to like collapse it tightly with your like this, so there are like no leaks, you know. Alright, what else can you do? Okay, you can also track household usage, right? That's great. Use rainwater to drink. Have you heard of something called acid rain? Okay, please don't drink your rainwater, alright? Please don't. Please, please, please don't, okay? Um, yeah, it's not a good idea. Don't do that, guys, alright? Okay, I hate it if someone say teacher Jia says to what do you call that? Reduce water usage, and then you guys don't drink water, and when you guys do drink water, you guys do that. I'll get in so much trouble. Please don't do that. All right. Okay. So now, okay, what other ideas do you guys have? Please share with me your ideas. I learned acid rain. All right. Oh, I saw. There's one also. Dual flush toilets. Okay. So it's actually dual flush toilets. So you notice that when you guys go to the bathrooms, that some toilets, actually, in fact, most toilets, they have this thing like this or like this, right? So the smaller side essentially is using less water, and the bigger side is using more water. So yeah. So yeah, most flushes nowadays have that, unless you are using the kind that just is like this, then it's different. Oh, I thought you said don't flush toilets. No, 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 no. Please flush your toilets. All right. And the smaller side is essentially to use less water when you're flushing. All right. So okay. So it is to reduce water usage as well. All right. So that is an option. All right. That's definitely an option. All right. Okay. Describe how climate change impacts your daily routines. Okay. I don't want to hear a full essay on global warming, please. Please, please, please. Okay. How does climate change impact your daily routines? That's a very interesting question, actually. Sure, I can tell you what is global warming. Please don't. Okay, what answers do you guys have? Okay, I will start. Okay, so you can say, okay, I reduce usage of aircon. Okay, one time I tried to run in the morning, but the weather is still hot. I cannot run in the mornings. I just cannot. Global warming is when the atmosphere gets. Jose, why? Why? Okay, why? Why? Okay, any other ideas? at the both history and geog. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? But if you like it, then there's nothing I can say. But I would just explode. All right. Reuse usage of AC. Go to. That's a good idea as well. All right, but that's actually a very smart idea. All right. Okay. You can say that. Okay. Mm, what else? Let me see. Avoid outdoor exercise. Okay, I do that every single day. Okay, exercise on days with high UV index to protect skin. All right. I think triple humanity is wait. What is the third one? Psychology or is it business? Hi, Miss Naughty Cat. What's the third one? Now I'm invested. What? Social studies. Why? What? Why? You don't like science, right? Is that why? All right. I reduce use of AC. I avoid outdoor exercise on days of high UV. Okay. So what else can we do? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Check NEA haze alert. Oh, that is a big one. Alert and stay indoors when unhealthy. Right? Okay. Let's see. Carry a fan during hot days. Okay. Does anyone actually carry a fan during hot days? Okay. Oh, monitor mosquito breeding in rain water buckets during rainy seasons. Thanks to global warming, I get free suntan. Oh, I hate getting suntan because it's so painful. Your skin gets so sore, and once you just touch it, it's so painful. Suntan is not for me. All right. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. Ooh, this one's very important. I have something quite cool to share. All right. How can schools promote eco-friendly habits practically? Ooh, that's quite interesting. That is interesting. I was from sports CCA, so I always get sports suntan. Ooh, what sports do you do? I feel like I've asked you this already, right? Right? So how can schools promote eco-friendly habits? Okay, so what happened to this? Okay, so what eco-friendly habits, right? One idea is to hang posters to promote eco-friendly habits. Okay, that's a great idea. Hang posters to promote or remind students of eco-friendly habits. Okay, get professionals to talk, alright? During assembly, alright. Okay. School television. Put promotional or awareness material on school television. That's smart, alright? Any other ideas? Alright, we have 3 so far. Okay, what other ideas do you guys have? Assembly program, okay, recess activities, alright? Alright. Assembly program, okay, great ideas, alright? Try to make it fun, yeah. Competitions, alright? Competitions. Signboards. Ooh, all of these are great ideas, right? Okay, students can also adopt green spaces, right? So they have like a planting program together, so you can plant things together. Okay, so these are all great ideas, right? Okay, let's move on. All right, so what role should businesses play in environmental protection? Ooh, this is a big question, all right? Okay. Ooh, that's a big question. Yeah. Oh, it is? Really? Okay, so some ideas that we can have. Okay, so we might even be able to help you with your essay question, right? Okay, so we can publicly. Ooh. Okay, let me just move this down. Okay, so also maybe you can share some of your ideas with us. Publicly. Commit to eco. Okay. Why is this stylus pen not friends with me today? Why? See, look at what it's doing. Okay, I have no ideas. Okay, okay. Promote other people. Okay, maybe educate staff on eco practices. Okay. We can also sponsor local environmental programs. Okay, that sounds great. Or adopt green spaces. Okay. Sponsor, donate. Hi, Yuhao. Alright. Promote other people. Okay. Promote other people. Maybe we can have company talks. I'm back. You know, we are currently going through an O-level oral discussion. All right, so the question that we are working on right now is what role should businesses play in environmental protection? All right, ads is not an ad. All right, ask people to teach people to save environment. All right, this is businesses. All right, so we can talk more about staff. Your idea is great, so it could be educate staff on eco-friendly practices. All right, oh, they can also switch to renewable energy or eco-friendly practices. I remember when I was doing the oral exam in primary school. I remember this one instance where I said this to a teacher. I remember the question was how how can the school inspire students to be more environmentally friendly? And I remember saying teachers should not use whiteboard markers and they should be using smart whiteboards instead. Less wastage, and teachers should be role models for students. And the teacher looked so surprised at me, and she just looked so really like it's like not you students are not gonna do anything, but the students have to do something. Um, and it was only years later that I realized how much smart whiteboards actually cost. And asking for that to be put out in every single classroom, it was a very naive thing for me to say. They should be using iPad. We had iPads, 2 iPads in school where students could play educational games. Mm. Okay. Spread awareness. Okay. Oh, I see, I see. All right, I see, I see. Yes, Chinese oral is different. But do you guys find use posters and ads? Okay. Okay. So now these are all ways that you can these are all examples of contribution. So what you can say, okay, when teacher asks you what role should businesses play in environmental protection, say businesses have the role of contribution. They should be able to contribute. Okay, and then you can list some of these examples. All right. That's an out. Okay. 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 Describe Singapore's most pressing environmental challenge. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. All the big questions today. All right. What might the answer be? Describe Singapore's most pressing environmental challenge. Do activities which are good. Oh, okay, sure, that's a good idea. Let's go back to the past one. Company outings. Company outings. So maybe they can plant trees together. Plant trees or any activity that promotes sustainability. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. Describe Singapore's most pressing environmental challenge. Okay, what might that be? Alright, so there is actually quite a lot. Alright, there is quite a lot. Okay, I will start with limited land for green spaces. Right, so even though we have a lot of green spaces in Singapore, right, it is quite worrying, especially when we are rapidly urbanizing. Okay, we are rapidly developing every area of Singapore. Okay, that we might not have as much area for greenery as we used to. Right, heavy rain, definitely heavy rain. Okay, okay, but it's an environmental challenge. Okay, so maybe it has to do with sustainability. Okay, sustainability, so maybe you can say what, okay, I'm gonna rephrase what you said. Okay, you can say that high water stress. Okay, so high water stress. Okay, and reliance on catchment desalinate sorry, let me write that down first. Desalination, recycle water, and imports. Okay, so climate change also strains our resources. All right, all right. Okay. Okay, what other options do we have? Okay, so we also have plastic pollution. Okay. Oh, biodiversity loss. Okay, you guys can take this down, take screenshots, especially since O levels are coming up. Haze, definitely. Okay, so when you guys are doing your O level exams, you guys have something that you guys can work with. All right. So biodiversity loss. Okay, so you can say that due to land usage. Spelled usage wrong. Usage and change. All right. Community. Okay, so this is what's happening. Okay, deforestation, yes, it you can say deforestation as well. I'm not sure, it's okay, it's okay, this is how you get ideas, right? So haze. Okay, haze, okay, haze definitely as well. So you can say air pollution, pollution, animal transboundary haze, okay, or you could just say simply haze, annual haze from neighboring countries, right, affects health and activities. Okay, I remember one year when it was exceptionally bad. I remember everyone had to turn on all their ACs, right? So definitely it is also good to note, okay, for when teachers ask questions, that when there are these kind of questions, these kind of climate issues, okay, they are all interlinked, okay. They are definitely all interlinked, okay. When there is haze, everyone's turning on their ACs and closing the windows, okay. The electricity usage is also going to be going up, all right. So definitely a lot, they are interlinked, all right. Rising sea levels, okay, rising levels and flooding risk. Actually, Singapore already floods a lot lesser than other countries, right? But this is still an issue, right? Food waste. Okay, so you can say that schools and hawker centers produce large volumes daily. All right, so definitely it is a lot of different considerations, a lot of different issues that are present. All right. Okay. Okay. Reuse, reduce, and recycle. All right. You don't? All right. Okay. Okay, this is definitely an important one, but it does not necessarily answer the question. All right. So over here, what we can say to back up this, okay, we can say use reusable tumblers for convenience. Okay, we have to note the idea that convenience is a part of this question. For convenience and eco-friendliness. Okay, and you can also say that you are prepare home cooked meals or use your reusable Tupperware when taking out to avoid plastic waste, right? Okay, so these are all options, all right? Cycle or walk to school when safe, all right? And you can say okay, choose public transport over ride hailing to save time and lower emissions. Right? Making conscious choices, definitely. Okay, making conscious choices, but we have to be specific, right? What kind of conscious choices are you going to make, right? So making conscious choices, it can be choosing public transport, or it can be choosing to cycle when or walk to school when it's safe, right? We have to be specific in this case, all right? We have to be specific. Do you guys have any ideas? Okay, in our daily lives, definitely. Okay, okay. Now, next question, all right? Let's see how many questions do we have. Oh, last two, all right? What conservation lesson from school influenced you the most? Ooh. What conversation lesson from school influenced you the most? That's a very important question. No, no, it's lagging. Like my phone. That's why I'm trying to refresh it. Yeah. No, because it was lagging, so I was trying to, Yeah, okay. So what conversation lesson from school influenced you the most? Okay, so please note that it's from school, okay? So you have to be specific about that. Okay, so for example, you guys can say, hi Cheer, hi Aizan. Hi Aizan, right? How are you doing today? Okay, so you can say field trip. Okay, you have to be specific. Field trip to, I'm just giving you guys out ideas, all right? But definitely, if you guys have any specific ideas that your school, brought you guys out to, like a field trip or like a guest speaker, you guys can also put that down. Help me appreciate integrated water systems. All right. Conservation lesson. Oh, essentially a conversation is how to be sustainable. Okay, conservation, how to conserve energy, how to conserve water. All right, so lessons that teach you such things. All right, so how to save water, how to save electricity. Okay, how to prevent waste. All right, these are all conservation lessons. All right, man and its environment. All right, so definitely, okay. Okay, so field trips. All right, that is a great idea as well. Okay, you can also have workshops. Maybe your school held a workshop that really taught you something. Okay, workshop Okay, there is a March for climate workshop or activity taught me practical ways to reduce carbon footprints. Man and its environment. I would say it is it can be the title of a lesson, but what they're talking about over here, when they say a conservation lesson, okay, it means a specific takeaway that you have about maybe how to save water, how to save electricity, how to prevent waste. Okay, this is specifically um it is specifically what do you call that, the environment, man and its environment. Man and its environment, I am not man and its environment. Is it a topic in your classes? If that is a topic, you can say that specific topic from class, and then EX. Oh, under P6 science. Okay, okay, thank you. Man and its environment. Okay, if it teaches you how to conserve everything, okay, you can say that specific topic from class. Man and its environment taught me how to save, maybe save water. Okay, save water. Okay, or electricity. Alright, so these are all things that you guys can work on. Okay, these are all things that you guys can say. You can also say that you created a compost from food waste in CCA, okay, and learned that organic waste can fertilize soil. Alright. Here, are we going to do questions? Because we've been working on, what do you call that, the compo and paper 2 so often. Okay, we do want to make sure that we are also helping students to prepare for their oral exam. So these are the questions that we will be working on. Okay, so for these few lives, these are the questions that we will be working on. We really want to make sure that students are well aware of what kind of questions might come out, or maybe what they can say when these kind of questions come out, right? So we will be focusing a bit more on oral. Okay, you guys are very, very close to PSLE and OS, right? Okay. Okay, last question. Last question, all right. How can you advocate for greener policies effectively? Hi, Kayleen. Guess what? What? Right, but definitely for students, if you guys feel like you guys want more consistent classes, okay, I always advocate for having classes more maybe weekly, maybe yeah, maybe weekly is great, okay, especially now that you guys are very close to PSLE or O level. We also have regular classes, okay, so you guys can go check that out on our website. Okay, it is definitely a great resource to be using, okay, especially if you guys, you know, are a bit behind in school, okay. Yale, can you resend me the promotional creator? Reshare.
You never send into TikTok. I sent you from WhatsApp how to get there. You just search that one.
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about. Okay. Okay, but if you guys have any questions about the regular classes, you guys can also let us know, or the orals, you know, what topics that you guys can say, alright? You guys can also let us know. We will be very glad to help you, alright? Or if you guys just need any study tips, really, it is okay. Okay, I understand that you guys have all been very stressed. All right. Oh, I just checked. We have a $50 voucher. All right. So now, P6 to social media posts. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So true social media posts. Okay. Yes, you can say that social media is a lot more prominent with today's youth, right? And it is their primary way of, you know, getting in contact with each other. Okay, so maybe social media would be the best way for youth to advocate for greener policies, right? Definitely is a great idea, right? And also, yeah, you can say that use social media. Okay, you can say launch Instagram campaigns, tagging NEA or and parks using hashtag green SG to gain traction. Okay. Okay. P6, it's okay. We will also be going through P6 oral discussions. We will be going through P6 more in our next live, okay? Because we will be going through P6 live from around 4 to 5, 4 to 5:30, okay? So you can come here then. Okay. Okay, students can also organize eco-education booths at school events. Okay, to inform peers about waste separation. Okay, now, yeah, we'll be doing P6 later. We will be doing P6 later. All right, so we'll be going through P6 oral questions as well. All right. Okay, but it is you can always stay on this O-level syllabus, okay? In the sense that we will be teaching you guys how to break down questions, right? So practicing breakdown questions is great as well. Okay, now advocacy, firstly, can be broken down in awareness. Okay, it can mean awareness, all right? So you can be giving out awareness, all right? And you're talking about greener policies, okay? So definitely it is important to note these down, okay? You can also start petitions. BYO, not BOY, BYO packaging in school canteens. I'm so sorry for my handwriting. And food fairs. Okay, and you can also volunteer at community gardens. and document progress to inspire others, right? These are all great ideas. All right, so now let's see. There's one more. Okay, it's gonna end this, but collaborate with parent teacher associations to fund green infrastructure. Alright, so these are all great options, alright? But definitely do let me know if you guys have any other answers, alright? So now, first things first, alright, let's talk about the regular classes, okay? I do want to share this with some students because we actually have some promotions going up, okay? So currently, we actually have a $50 voucher, okay? And now, okay, now we're going to talk about who is eligible for this, alright? We are, okay? So now, this is currently up for both writers at work and non-writers at work students who enrolled at least in at least one March holiday program lesson and made full payment for the program. Okay, now we really want to put this out there. Okay, we also want to thank everyone for choosing our March holiday programs. It has been a great success. We are so happy to see new faces. We're so happy to see new students. Okay, and we are so happy for that students are able to have fun with us. All right. So both writers at work and non-writers at work students, as long as you have enrolled in one March holiday program lesson and made full payment, you have $50 off the regular programs. Okay, and okay, so now $50 course voucher. Okay, for new regular program signups within the qualifying period. Okay, now the qualifying period for this will be 15 Feb, okay, 2025. Okay, to that is the date. It's the one you sent me. It doesn't make sense. This is the one you said. So you see regular program.
Oh, I got TikTok.
This one?
No, TikTok.
Ah.
I put the arrows on.
For TikTok. Okay.
Can you under share with me?
I don't think.
Yeah, search TikTok. Should be 02 TikTok. The folder.
No, where is it? It's okay, why don't you just go in and share it with me directly? That'll be easier to do. Right? Okay. But yes, definitely we have some regular program promotions coming up. Okay, so it will be $50. Okay, that is correct. That is the one that is correct. All right. Take a look. Okay, I went through it previously as well. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, thank you. All right, so you guys can take a look. Okay, there we go. Okay, it is 31st August. Okay, you guys can see this here. Okay, can you guys see? I'm gonna wait for this to zoom. Okay, I will cast it on the next slide so you guys can properly see. Alright, but now it is a 12-week EOY prep challenge. Alright, this is the one that we have. Okay, ignore what I said just now. Okay, and over here you can for students, we will be able to make sure that you have the best amount of assistance for the EOY prep. Alright. Okay, for students who are enrolling now, you will get 2 free lessons, all right? 2 free lessons, but this is only if you register by 31st August, all right? 31st August, and it will also be a total, students will be able to enjoy up to 390 savings. Ooh, a lot more than the mistake I made just now, all right? Enjoy up to 390 savings, okay? Students will also be able to get an $80 registration fee waiver and a $6 NTUC voucher. Okay, so definitely it is something that is available for PSLE and secondary school students. All right, so definitely if you are in either one of those, you can feel free to sign up with us. Okay, we are happy to welcome all of you. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the secondary school one as well. Okay, I'll be casting the banner later so you guys can have a better understanding of what is going on. Okay, but at the moment, you guys can see here there'll be a massive discount up to $390 of savings. Okay, for those that are interested, please consider this. All right, it is a 12-week EOY English preparation. Okay, it is especially for students who are going for EOY. Okay, if you're going for PSLE or O levels this year and you're feeling a bit behind, okay, this is assistance that we are currently offering with discounts. All right, so do take a look. Okay, this is until the 31st of August. All right, so make sure not to miss the deadline. All right, so we still have 1 month to decide. All right, but definitely please be quick about this. All right, because yeah. All right, now we will be coming to the end of this live soon. Does anyone have any questions for me? Okay, please let me know if you have any questions for me, whether about the program or whether about something else. All right, the oral syllabus. All right. Okay, does anyone have any questions? Okay, we have 2 more minutes left. I still haven't finished doing my Chinese story. Your Chinese story, as in like a Chinese composition? Really? When did you start? It's okay, you got this. Don't worry, you got this. Alright. Okay, we are 1 minute away from the end of this live. Again, we have some regular class promotions. Okay, it is a 12-week EOY English preparation challenge. All right, so we do want to call out to all secondary school students and PSLE students. And I'm still at like the second page. um, well, I think some people prefer Chinese compositions. I don't know. You sound like you're not one of them. You sound like you prefer the English composition, huh? Okay, you got this. Okay, we will be going live again in a few minutes. All right, in 1 or 2 minutes. All right, I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.